Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to take a look at the leaderboard, and we can have a pretty good idea of how the top 500 is moving now, and we can take a look at where we're at. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about why I parked a little bit early and that kind of stuff. So you see right here, we have been parked for, well, what's today's, what's Sunday, and we parked on Tuesday, I think, Monday or Tuesday of last week. So pretty crazy that we've only moved, give or take 100 spots and maybe 110, something like that. This is due in part to what we talked about yesterday's video, kind of the log jams. What causes what causes people to get stuck and not progress and that kind of thing. It can also it also usually happens at the end of the season. Sometimes there's a lot of movement on the leaderboard. Sometimes there's not. I think it really depends on if it's a 3-week or a 4-week season, and if people are able to get to that last bit of good effective tech or unlock the entire tree at the end of the season or not. This season we had kind of 2 parking spots. We had 60R maxed out and then 70R maxed out. So we kind of had that like lull in between of obviously early in the week 60R was really good. Now you need 7 to get there, but it's just kind of interesting how that all works. But if we go to the very bottom, how we can track this is we can just simply look at how many stars are moving at the end of the leaderboard. So we can take a look right now and see it's 23 and 23 stars. We come back and look in an hour or look over the next couple hours, and then we can get an idea of how many stars per hour it's averaging. And then typically it's going to maintain that rate as we go in, towards the end of the season. But with a day left, I think we are fine, guys. We're going to lock in that next top 500, which is pretty cool. I don't know. For me, I just like the competition of it. I like the competitiveness, and it's just a fun goal to shoot for. And I feel like if I can stay in the top 500, then I'm doing pretty good for the season. So that's my goal. That's my take, and that's how we. That's how I go about watching it. So. When it comes time to park, it's always tough and it's tricky to figure out because you don't really know 100% if it is a good idea or not, right? Because you're just basing that off of the assumption that you're either you've hit your peak. You're not going to be able to progress much further, for the rest of the season. So. For me, I decided to do that because, like I said, I was at 6 engines, and I didn't feel like I had any really good other push points coming, especially since this season the push points were pretty few and far between anyways. So, I didn't feel like, going to 7 was going to be in the cards for me because I was so late to getting there. Not so late, but I would have been late. Actually, once I had my rank chest, I probably would have been fine from getting to 24, but I don't know. It's just you got to make that call whether it's you're either staying, especially at that time between 6 and 7, because that's usually always the toss up. Sometimes 60R is actually better than 70R. It just depends what's there at the end of the tree, but that's how I look at it. Anyways, it's if I know that I've got something big coming up, like if there's building health or something like that. At the end of the tech tree, then I'm probably not going to park it up, but it depends. It just depends on what your goals are and, that kind of stuff. So today we are using some mechs and laser rangers with the doctor. And let's see. Okay. Oh my god, you see that mech get grappled? It was so big. It took up like all of the screen. This guy's got an interesting base actually. He's got his HQ is completely hidden by trees, which is pretty cool. I assume he doesn't have mines around it then, but I don't know if I've ever seen that, a base with an all tree kind of HQ layout. That's kind of interesting. So you guys let me know in the comments, I guess at this point, what you thought of the season, where you finished. I'm assuming most of you are parked for now. and yeah, it gets tough on the last couple days because I mean everybody kind of has the same stuff. So you're back into that kind of win loss win loss. It can be done for sure. It just kind of becomes more of a grind. Um, it's not easy pushing on the last few days because everybody's pushing. It's usually very competitive, and everyone for the most part has all of the same stuff too. So it's tough to but you can always get there. You can always keep moving forward as long as you just put the time in and you perfect all the stuff that you can control. You got the right base, you got the right attack. Typically, I find I always have the most success at the end of a season when I'm switching to an off meta base because we've been seeing the same bases for so long. Now, if you're still at 6, I don't know if that's actually possible because there's only really like one base to run, and I mean there's different like variations of it, but they're all kind of essentially the same. Um, but sometimes what happens is we'll go to 70R, and what I have had success on in the past is making a like a cluster base, a fizzle base, when that wasn't really the meta. And sometimes it's just weird enough just to throw people off, and you can get a couple wins off of it. So, if you're really struggling, that might be something worth trying. Oh, we got another crystal. We're crushing it with the crystals lately, eh? Wow. Because we got one there. I feel like we did in yesterday's video too. Didn't we get 2? Let's see. Yeah, we got 2 there. That's pretty good for 5 attacks. Alright, let's claim that chest and keep moving forward here. But yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll know for sure. We'll get hopefully be able to unlock that 15th trophy. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for me anyways. Okay. Let's go like that. Oh my god, the lasers just decimated this base. Oh, he's got a chicken statue. Whoops. Well, I'll give him some intel there. I'll barrage some of my troops out for him, but I'm too lazy to do this attack over again. I'm sorry. And technically he should have the chicken right. Well, it is pretty right front and center. But we got him. We got some gems for him too, so that's good. This guy's actually has some ice. He's got the one. Is that an idol or a guardian? I'm confused. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one more before we wrap this up, guys. But yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments where you're at for the season, assuming that you parked it up, where your finish was, and all that stuff. This guy does have the chicken kind of front and center, so we're gonna go ahead and give him the win there for having the chicken out. Yeah, if you guys want to also get free wins like this, be it about 300 VP, and put your chicken out right in front on your base. So that's all I got for today, guys. Just watching the leaderboard more or less, and we got season 44 coming right around the corner. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it if you throw in that code chicken in the shop. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Chicken out, back.